Hi. Hello, everybody. We're not late. It's fine. It's okay.
We are perfectly on time for the, what is it? What part is this?
16.
16th week in a row.
We could say 16th week in a row, but you know, I really need to do a count of how many weeks it's been versus how many parts it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing fine.
Also, yes, I am still cosplaying Gudako, yeah, because I don't know, it's October, it's Halloween. I kind of want to do cosplay for the rest of the month. On the days I do not do Fate, I will just wear my like dog ears, but otherwise, why not, right? I have this. Let me have this, chat.
As for me, I will be cosplaying me, but sick.
No! I give you so many pets. Oh.
I'm gonna be fine.
I hope you.
Let's just get this ball rolling.
Yeah. I hope you're all doing quite well. Yeah, Unfortunate is very sick, right?
That's a kickflip off a skateboard.
But yeah, let's get this ball rolling, and I will just start the game now, and I hope all of you have been very well. We've just been.
We've been.
We, in fact, exist. Allegedly. Wait, what? Oh, there's clipping? There's clipping on Discord streams now, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, apparently, that's so cool. Also, Anya, can you check the soundboard right now? You should see from my server a specific sound that you may find the title interesting.
I'm gonna be so honest, I'm such a boomer, I have no idea how to use that shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, allow me to... I have been waiting 2 weeks to use this sound bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Just... Just... There's no fate. There's no fate.
That's fantastic.
I
I apologize in advance for the coughing I'm gonna be doing every time I laugh. I'm so sorry.
Well, then, I guess, hopefully we'll get something serious you won't be laughing at. Wait. 12th day breakfast. The scramble for hamburger. After all we have gone through, that's the title you hit us with. Also, hello, Jackson.
Unironically, I thought you were making a joke. I didn't realize that it actually said that on the screen.
Yeah, no, it's called that.
The scramble for hamburger.
Target spotted. You're clear to engage. I am not ready to go back. For anyone who, hello everybody who just joined in, for anyone who either forgot because it's been a while or just hasn't caught up entirely, last time we fucking killed Berserker, and now, of course, SHIROU ended up adopting Ilia. So, you know. Fair. Oh, yeah, I remember Watchdog, thank you. But yeah, let's just keep going now. First, Tosoka is comparatively quiet and composed. It seems she's watching how things unfold with her poker face on, and I can't possibly tell what she's thinking behind it. This fucking white woman here.
Why did we bring her?
What is it, SHIROU? Ilia is sitting next to me, and for no particular reason, she seems to be in a good mood. Yeah, how nice of President Joe Biden to donate like that last time, right, Sudani? Yeah?
It's
Ah,
Jover.
it's Jover. Why does she have the face? Her eyes are curiously darting around the living room, but it seems she had no eyes for SABER or Tosaka in the first place. Most likely, no matter what they say, it will go in one ear and out the other. And out of all of them, the most difficult one to handle. Unwilling to calm down, SABER is glaring at Ilia and I. It's really not like her to be so restless and discontented. Thanks to that, I feel like I'm lying on a bed of nails. And so, I can't stay like this forever.
I think that was one of the most ominous, shots I've ever seen in Fate so far. It's just the three of them staring at you with expressions that make you worried.
Yeah. I don't know what will pop up when I do, but before long I need to steel myself and break us out of this situation. Let's settle this. If we stay like this too much longer, it will be lunchtime. Yeah, the conclusion is already decided, so it's better to settle any problems as soon as possible. You think so too, right, SABER?
Yes, you're right. You and I are of the same opinion, so all that's left for us to do is have SHIROU accept it.
SABER is prepared to fight to the bitter end. Hey, SHIROU, what are Rin and SABER trying to say? They're talking about what we're going to do with you. You lost your sermon, right? So we're trying to figure out what to do with you now. That's obvious, isn't it? We either make the church take care of her, or we chase her back to the castle in the forest. Either way, there's no choice where we let her stay here. Do you think that too, SHIROU? Ilia looks up at me with emotionless eyes. Oh! Look at
Move
that.
her over to the church! I don't want this thing here. She tried to kill me.
You call her a thing! This is Baber, not Daybreak. Yeah. God, I love Daybreak so much. I'm sorry, Ilia, but you're getting removed. You're getting yeeted out of the house. We should have the church take her. If I care about Ilia, that's the safest choice. Thing we're decided. Well, we didn't even have to think about it in the first place. But I must feed the white woman. She's the Amogus imposter rejected. Sent to Brazil, shut up. Look at that little look of betrayal, though. Huh?
I don't really feel that guilty. Naturally, it's impossible that Ilia's could be accepted here.
SHIROU! She looks at me with worried eyes. No, that's wrong, right, SHIROU? You won't abandon me, will you?
Nice try, Ilia. I don't experience empathy.
With my hand, I suppress the grating tightness in my chest. No, you should go to the church, Ilia. You'll be much safer there than you are here. And at least, I look at her in the eyes and I tell her. And Ilia astoundedly gasps like she's been frozen.
Ilyasu, now that SHIROU has saved you, I will pursue you no further either. Cherish that extra life you've been...
No! SHIROU, you jerk! You jerk! You jerk! worry. I want to stay here with Shiro. Cute, actually. Also, I can't believe they're fucking using this sad music.
Right? Like, I don't feel bad. I'm sorry she's experiencing this, but it doesn't really change my opinion.
You do not trust Churchman to look after this child either? Yeah, don't worry about that.
Like, doesn't she have servants?
She does.
Just go home.
He has at least 2 maids who look exactly the same. Ilia sobs like a small child. That's wrong. Ilia really is a small child. I should have known that, but I forgot it at the worst possible time. That's right. If I'm really worried about Ilia's safety, I can't afford to trust it to anyone else. You don't want to go anywhere else, even though you have such a splendid castle? For an Einsburn, this place is the size of a cat's forehead, isn't it? That's rude! It's not like that at all. This place is the size of a mouse's claw. So you're too big for this place, Rin, but I can't properly live here with Shiro. Shiro, your spine is rubber. That's rude to both of us, Ilia. That's right, isn't it, Shiro? You don't mind if I stay here, right? She looks at me imploringly. At that, I remember something from quite a long time ago already. Didn't the prodigal father of this house say that girls are meant to be protected?
Send her somewhere she'll be safe, you fucking idiot!
Also, please, chat, do not spoil things. It's not like that important, but it's little details. Do not. Yeah, I take back what I said before. I'm sorry, Ilia. I'm the one who brought you here. Until the Grail War is over, until we finish things with the other masters, I'll keep you safe here.
Why even give us the fucking choice, gang?
To have the little sob scene, don't worry about it.
Bruh, Shiro.
You could delete them if you knew what the spoilers are, thank you. But don't worry about it. You like how you didn't even notice the spoilers? Thanks to how badly you want this kid to get dunked into a volcano!
Like, I don't even want her to suffer, I just want her to not fucking be near me. Like...
Oh, you really are a softie, Shiro. Immediately, huh? Oh! Ilia, I can breathe! I can breathe!
Hi, sorry, I was briefly distracted.
Don't worry.
Don't touch my master, yes, Phil. What do you mean, softy?
She probably means he's naive. Incredibly naive.
I'm so unironically grumpy. Like...
Oh, so you are literally Saber right now.
Yeah, no, I am. Me and Saber, we're on the same page.
Geez, you've been doing nothing but getting my way this whole time. Did you have some kind of grudge against me or something?
Of course I do. I haven't forgotten what you've done to Shiro. And you, Shiro. Do you not understand that we've nothing whatsoever to gain from protecting Iliasfield?
That's wrong, Saber. Ilia's not a master anymore, so there's no danger. Since she's not a master, she has no reason to fight us. More importantly, what happens if we kick her out of here and she gets attacked? Ilia's life is in danger too, and we'd be letting another master get stronger. So Daddy's so indignated. You killed Archer!
I'm the same way. You killed Archer. Like, a couple hours ago. It was recent. It wasn't even like a couple days where we could gloss over it. It was this morning. Well, that's true, but no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Saber hesitates. No matter what she says, she understands that if we leave Ilia alone, she'll be attacked by another master. Well then, I suppose it's my turn next. Sorry to do this right after Saber surrendered, but I'm still not convinced. Thank you, Rin! Look, Shiro, she's still a master. Didn't I tell you that even if she's lost a servant, as long as she still has her command spells, she's still a master? Rin being based as usual. Then, as she gracefully sips her tea, Tosaka cuts in. Hey, what do you mean by that, Tosaka? I'm saying that as long as she still has her command spells, she can still contract with any number of servants. If there's a stray servant with no master, and a master has the necessary capacity to support them, then that master can contract with as many servants as they like. What the hell is that? So then you're saying an exceptional master could contract with bunches of servants? Fate, Grand Order, on the side. Thank you, Ritsuka Fujimaru, for proving the most absurd example of this. Not because she's a good master, but because she can just contract with like 1,000,000 of them. Not bunches exactly, since the limit on the number of servants that can be summoned by the power of the Grail is 7. It'd be 7 at most. Although no matter how exceptional they may be, no mage has the magical energy to manifest multiple servants at once. Even if they did, they'd be splitting their magical energy in half to employ 2 servants. In that case, the servant's capability could decline as well, so there's not really any benefit to contracting with multiple servants though. But it can happen. And she doesn't want to give this woman even the slightest advantage.
She's discounting the benefit of slice of life scenes with all of your servant friends.
Exactly! That's the beauty of it! Kurako's got the excuse of magic reactors powered by dozens of holy grails, yeah? Yeah, she do. I see. So in other words, even if we were to contract with Saber and Berserker, since they could be both existing by sharing my magical energy, both their capabilities could be extremely handicapped. In that case, it's more efficient to narrow it down to supplying with just one servant. This is also false. This is not at all what would happen. If you contracted both Saber and Berserker, you couldn't be splitting your energy in half. Berserker could just fucking drain you dry and you could die. Willow, what the fuck? Now that you mention it, you said something about this before, didn't you? That servants can change masters? This is what you meant by that, right? Oh, you've got some good sense for once. Just like you said, this is what it means for servants to be able to change their masters. Servants who have lost their masters have a little bit of time before they disappear. And if they can find a master who wants another servant during that time and contract with them, they'll be just like they were before. Yeah, so you can let your guard down around Rin, Shiro. She's still a master too. She might kill you and steal Saber, or she may make another contract with a servant who's still alive. This is not about her. Right, I'll turn those words right around on you, Ilia.
This sucks. I hate this scene.
I wouldn't do something like that. I won't team up with anyone else. Berserker will always be my only servant. I don't know what kind of relationship Ilia and Berserker had. Even so, I understand that for the girl named Ilias Biel, that servant was a singular existence. That's unexpected, but it makes me happy. It gives me an excuse. As a master, Ilia was ruthless, but even so, she treasured her partner.
Bruh.
Yeah, Watchdog. But if Shiro loses, I will take SABER. I won't accept any master other than Shiro winning. But if you lose Shiro, then I'll win in your place. She's too dangerous not to be on good terms with.
I completely disagree.
Ilia pridefully puffs out her chest toward Tozuka and the astonished SABER.
I'd rather you didn't say such ridiculous things. I am Shiro's servant. I have no intention of becoming yours.
Yeah, I don't really mind that. If I can have Shiro win, that's enough for me. My winning and your protecting Shiro in the end, you're the same thing. Ah.
I don't know you. Go away.
Ilia uses a strange expression. What a woman overload, it really is! We do really be flanked by wild women right now. No, she thinks that it's fine if I win, but why would she think that? Then, Osaka must think that it's strange as well as she sinks deep in thought about something. Strategizing.
I do mind. In any case, I won't accept it. Rin, would you please warn Shiro as well?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Could you say that again, SABER?
Love you, Tozuka. I love you so much. I'm talking about how we were objecting to sheltering Ilyasville here.
Oh, that it's fine, isn't it? As long as we're just sheltering her. The immediate change of mind because she's realized something.
Tozuka, I was counting on you.
And so was SABER, apparently. SABER freezes. I'm for the idea, and I'm still shocked, so being against it, it's only natural that SABER should freeze. Watching all the characters lose brain cells mid-scene. Rin! Oh, that's you.
Have you gone mad?
Fine. Thinking about it calmly, the risk is the same either way. Whether we leave Ilia alone or we protect her or we hand her over to the church, it makes no difference.
I think handing her over to the church actually makes a big difference.
No, actually, it could help us if the other masters came here after Ilia. As you are now, SABER, the other serpents couldn't beat you even if they teamed up. If we're going to put an end to the Grail War, that's the fastest way, and even you're itching for something like that, aren't you, SABER? Well, if you're saying you might lose to another serpent, that changes the discussion, though.
Of course not. You should be fully aware of what sort of condition I'm in now. So long as Shiro is my master, I cannot be defeated.
We simply use her as bait. I want you to imagine just tying Ilia, like, to the end of a fishing pole and just dangling her outside.
Just rope around the waist, dangle her over the gate.
Just, hello, Lancer! Come on, show us your Gaebolg! Hey, Caster, we haven't seen you yet. Can you come over? Hey, Assassin, come down from the temple. Here! An easy target, come on. She's a swallow, come on! Cut her down! I think I killed her. Right? Then even if we keep Ilia here, it's not a problem. Besides, there's something else I'm interested in. Shiro's choice might actually have been kind of ingenious. Aw. What you thinking, Tozuka, actually? The little squint! That was such a subtle change in expression and I love it. With that, Tozuka falls silent. We've seen all of the servants except Caster at this point, right? SABER, Archer, Lancer, Assassin.
Yeah, we've seen everybody but Caster.
Yeah, everybody but Caster.
And then there was that one mysterious blonde fellow that we saw someone talking to in like the first act of the game when we were still playing as Tozuka.
White man! I guess with that, Saber must have accepted it too. She resignedly steps away from Ilia. We finish breakfast and move to the dojo. You want to say stuff, but you know a lot of people don't know stuff, so you can't, cause spoilers, yeah? Yeah. Osaka has gone back to her room, and Saber has come with me. So Danny's in pain! And if you ask about Ilia, of course she's here. Yeah, are you really going to do sword training? She's come to the dojo clinging to my side.
I don't want her here.
I was looking forward to today because I thought I'd be able to play with you, Shiro, but instead Saber's getting in my way. It's cold out here and it's boring. Hate this child.
I'm gonna start pulling my teeth out, I think.
Do not, please! Well, from Ilia's perspective, it's natural that it would be boring. In the first place, sword practice isn't something that's interesting to watch. I beg to differ. I think seeing Saber beat the shit out of Shiro is very entertaining. Hey, let's go back to the living room. If you want to get stronger, then I'll lend you my strength. Ilia wraps both her hands around mine and tries to leave the dojo. But I can't afford to let Ilia take advantage of me with regard to this. No, I can't, Ilia. Sword training is part of my daily routine, so I'm gonna make sure that I do it. I'm still an abyss mage, so I need to learn how to fight at least a little.
Can I really quick pull the emergency brake on this train?
Yeah?
Alright, we have people in chat defending Ilia, and I just want to know why. What is it about this character that you like? Because I'm not getting it.
So,
and I'm keeping an open mind. What's the appeal?
So the thing about that is that I know, but no one can tell you.
Oh, it's God fucking damn it.
No one can tell you right now.
That's so frustrating because I don't like her. If she gets better later, then cool. But right now, I'm not having fun.
Meanwhile, Tom says she's a goblin.
Respectable.
Over 40 hours of story content yet to come.
Sigh.
Besides, if I train myself, I'll be able to protect you too, right? I'm the one who decided to keep your refuge here, so I'd be remiss if I didn't do this much. She's at her worst this route. Fair. Yeah, maybe you are right. I don't need you to protect me though. You're my only chance, so long as you're with me, that's good enough. The fucking squint! I am loving Saber's reactions to Ilia because they match all of yours.
It's just so like, stop, quit.
Her fate version is annoying. Fair. Jesus Christ.
I will keep an open mind, and I will reserve judgment on this beast until I have decided how I feel.
It's no good. I failed to convince her. She comes across as very naive, so you cannot bring yourself to throw her to the lions despite everything. Though Saber should definitely slap her so she stops the brat routine, yeah? Where's Taiga? Oh god, I think Taiga meeting Ilia would be interesting. Ilia tugs on my arm, and Saber is just silently fucking judging. Her gaze is painful. I guess maybe Saber still hasn't accepted Ilia. I think she's been a bit too brusque for a while now. And our eyes meet. Perfect. I'll have Saber persuade her. I'm telling you I can't. You tell her too, Saber. Tell her that training with you in the morning is part of my routine.
There's nothing that I should say. You're the one who brought Ilia here. Persuading her is your job, not something that's included in my responsibilities.
I kind of love her though, Vase. Like, you fucking deal with this. I didn't want her here anyway.
I'm here to fight for you. This is your problem.
I don't know what about, but she's extraordinarily angry, isn't she? But you do understand, don't you, Saber? You don't have to do sword training or anything. The only ones left are small fries, so there's no need for it. Come on, Shiro, leave the other masters of Saber and come play outside with me. Stop! My legs are unexpectedly taken out from beneath me. Saber! And I stumbled toward the door! The little flash of Saber! Hey, let go of me, Ilia. I'm not gonna listen to you if you're just going to act like a child. I'm not going to skip out of my sword training, and I'm going to keep doing this from now on too. It will probably be boring for you, but I like it. If you got a problem with that, then please go hang out in the living room. I violently shake my arm free. Ah! I guess she didn't think that I'd shake her off. After Ilia leaps back in surprise. After Ilia leaps back in surprise, she looks at me unhappily. Damn it. Even if I was going to shake her off, there's plenty more gentle ways to do it. I'm sorry that was too rough, but I can't stop my training. I'm sorry for leaving you alone for a little bit, but why don't you do me a favor and behave yourself in the living room? Ilia trudges over to the door and stops at the wall next to it. Fine then, I'll watch from here. You don't have the problem with that, right? With a gel, Ilia whines and glares at me. No, I don't mind, but it's cold here, you know. There's tea in the living room, and I put out some snacks as well. How thoughtful. I love the idea that Shiro just keeps the living room snacked full now for anyone, because this place has become a revolving fucking door of people.
Even before the series, like, it was always Taiga and Sakura, like, every single day.
Yeah. And you played the game, you were on Anne's side. Now probably, even if it was you were a first playthrough. Ilia's best goblin. Someone got warmed up to her later, huh?
Again.
This is not paying child support.
I have an open mind, and I'm willing to accept that I might like her later. But I will say, the way she's being presented to me now, I am the opposite of endeared.
I want to kind of shake her, just fucking just shake her. I'm saying it's fine, so it's fine. I'm not going to let you be alone with Saber. Saying something strange, Ilia turns away in a huff. Well, I guess it's fine. If you get bored, I don't mind if you go back to the living room, okay? For the moment, it seems like the atmosphere has calmed down. I take two of the shinai standing against the wall and turn to Saber. Well then, let's get started. It's been 3 days since we last did this, so I'm probably a bit rusty. Saber, what's the matter? Why are you spacing out? Do you have a fever or something?
No, it's not really anything like that.
What you thinking, Saber? Saber looks away from Ilia and shakes her head from side to side. You're in good shape, yeah? Now let's start. Here, your shinai.
No, you can just throw it to me. It's troubling if you get close to me inadvertently. We're going to be training after all.
Did she realize that when Ilia said, I am not going to let you be alone with Saber, she had the snap realization of, oh yeah, we fucked. Oh yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh geez, that's right.
She's in, we kind of fucked mode. Oh no! That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about, Saber? Exasperated, I toss her the shinai. Anyway, I haven't yet even taken a single round from Saber. I never even managed to get inside her guard. So I don't think there's there's something else, maybe not her guard, but there's something else you got inside. So I don't think there's any danger of me getting close to her inadvertently.
I love Saber power posing.
Awkwardly catching the shinai out of the air, Saber sucks in a deep breath. Well then. Oh, right.
Well then, let us begin. This is different from what we've become used to, but do try to remain calm, SHIROU.
Saber said, glancing over at Ilia. Don't worry, once we get started it won't bother me, no matter who's watching. I raise my shinai and look at Saber. Before my eyes is a blonde girl with shinai in hand, and just like that, she becomes the only thing I see. And then I get the shit beat out of me. Finishing 2 hours of training, it's time to do our usual break. I've seen it again. You really are amazing, Saber. Nodding to myself, I put my lips to the kettle full of water. I moisten my parched throat, wipe my sweat-soaked neck with a towel, and my body finally calms down. Was that raining just now? It didn't look to me like anything except SHIROU getting beat up! Yeah. Ilia easily says something flippant. No, that's not right, Ilia. I'm still getting beat up all the time now, but it was even worse before. In fact, since I haven't been knocked out once, you could say that I did really well today.
I love this boy.
Is that so? But I wonder if that's really because of your own skill? Saber, you lost his balance bunches of times, but I still have this feeling like you deliberately let him escape. Ilia sinks into thought. He's sharp. With regard to that, I'd felt it was strange too. Was she being considerate of my condition, or is Saber still not back up to full strength herself? Whichever one it is, Saber wasn't taking this seriously. Well, no. When it comes to training, she never goes all out, but even so, she couldn't be Saber if she didn't mercilessly come to finish me off if I show an opening. Jesus fucking Christ! But Saber was lacking forcefulness today. She didn't use any of her usual moves where she'd come at me instantly and whack me into unconsciousness. I love that he's just gotten so used to this. You think so too, Ilia? I wonder if Saber really was letting me off easily. Aww. It's weird, but I don't feel like that's it. Saber kept adjusting her stance to follow up on you, but she'd immediately stop and fall back again. I wonder what that was about. Rather than letting you go, it was more like she was afraid of you, or maybe she was holding back. That's ridiculous! As if Saber could ever hold back? If she had that kind of mercy, she couldn't have beaten me so badly on the first day. Yeah, when it comes to training, Saber doesn't hold anything back. It's because I understand that I was able to concentrate on Saber's shinai as though my life depended on it. What's gotten into you, Saber? Like this, it's not even training. I know this can't be it, but you weren't holding back on me, were you?
No, I wasn't holding back against you or anything of the sort. As usual, I simply faced you assuming the role of a swordsman, one rank your senior.
That seems evasive somehow. It's probably because Saber feels herself that something about today's training is strange. Yeah, I can't imagine you could hold back on me. And I know that you were taking it seriously. But weren't you a little too passive today? If you don't come at me more directly, more like wham! It doesn't do me any good either. Beat me up! Just beat me up!
Rest in peace, George Michaels. Directly, but then I'll get close to you, Master. In that case, depending on how things unfold, our bodies might even collide, you might say.
Well, we're sparring, so of course we're going to bump shoulders, right? In the first place, Saber, when we ended up closing combat, you used to always yell that I was soft, hurl yourself into me, and send me flying, didn't you? Aren't you good at close combat, Saber? Fellas! I like to be beat. You gotta beat me harder, Saber. I love a woman that can kick my ass. I love that all of you in chat are on the same wavelength.
It's fantastic. Did I really do something like that?
I'm telling you, you did. Well, relatively often. I mean, look, the first time we sparred, you showily slammed me against the wall, didn't you? And then when I said that you were pretty strong for a girl, didn't you tell me that that much was natural for a swordsman? Oh no! She knows! She knows!
That's so good.
She knows!
I love her face so much, oh my god.
Saber stands stock still in astonishment. Also, can we just for one moment appreciate our boy Shiro just being completely fucking oblivious? I do. Once again, I said this like multiple times, but there is a very interesting inversion of Saber and Shiro through the series. Like, the fact that both of them are so similar in so many senses, and there's been like kind of Shiro has been completely agonizingly horny for Saber for so long. So like seeing the opposite happen is so interesting.
Now he's just like, it's not that weird, get over it. And she's like, but you're a boy, Shiro.
They reflect one another so fascinatingly. Saber really is acting oddly today. It'd be a huge problem if Saber were to suddenly take ill or something, so maybe later I should try asking Tosaka for advice, please. I swear
Jesus
to God. Oh, it was 2003. Being oblivious was the style at the time.
As was the style at the time.
My training with Saber resumes, still different from how it had been up until now. It resumes, but before we've even finished a few rounds, Saber lowers her shinai. Is this some new kind of special training? She might be planning to make me drop my guard and then turn and give me a thrashing when I get too close. With heaving shoulders, I cautiously stare at Saber. Saber seriously narrows her eyes just slightly, takes one step in toward me and...
Shiro, let's have lunch.
Hungry white woman!
White woman hungry.
She says something decidedly unlike her. Huh? I lower my shinai. Have lunch? Is it that time already? The clock is showing just before noon. It's not wrong to say that it's lunchtime, but this is the first time that Saber has ever made that suggestion. When we were sparring in the dojo, neither Saber nor I ever worried about the time. It has been our routine to take a quick breather, look at the clock thinking, now that you mention it, I sure am hungry, and realize that it was lunchtime. It's a good suggestion, and I could just go along with it, but... Oh gosh!
We shall fast today. Don't click that one.
Don't worry, I was going to make sure.
Sure, but why are you right on time?
Sure, but why are you right on time today? Yeah, Ilia's here too, so why don't we eat early today? I put down my shinai and agree with Saber. Then, Saber's shoulders slump in relief. This is more and more suspicious. Maybe I ought to ask why, just a little. Splendid. People wanted the fasting.
Splendid. Then let us head for the living room. The food that you make for us is delicious, Shiro, but it takes some time to prepare.
You're worried about the time it takes to make lunch? Yeah, in that case I should have been packing lunch for us every day. That's not as much work, so it's easier on me too. And there'd be no need for me to go back to the kitchen every time either. It was in some small measure of thanks that I'd been pulling the stops out for lunch, but if Saber says that, there's no help for it.
Shiro, what are you doing? Let's hurry to the living room.
No, I mean, we're having lunch, right? I leaned my shinai against the wall and put out 3 cushions.
Yes, it's time for lunch. Taking a rest comes after that. Right now, I'll be troubled if you don't go to the kitchen.
The last option is hilarious. Oh, we'll get all the options eventually, though, depending on whether Anya wants to check or not check at some point. We can go back at any point. But we do have the bad end tour prepared, so during that we can always come back to any minor choice and check the different things. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just kind of dissociating.
Don't worry. But why? There's no need for us to go back to the living room, and there's no need for to hurry either, is there? By the way, troubled by what exactly? Pressing the...
No!
No! Like she were a wind-up doll. Saber Stump's dead. No! And anyway, why are you right on time today in particular? Is there some reason for you to be in a hurry?
No, I'm not really in a hurry, precisely.
Impressing King Arthur! If you're in a hurry, then we can relax a little, can we? We have plenty of time.
Well, that is true. It's fine, so let's go back to the living room. If we don't have lunch, it will pose a problem for our training this afternoon.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm getting ready. If you're not busy, can you go to the living room and get the bento I made this morning? Shiro, stop bullying her. That's right, I nod as I open the window and let in some fresh air. Then, I heard a sound as though to say I'm starving. Starving what, woman? That's right, usually we'd know what time it was by one of her stomachs rumbling, right? No wonder I thought it was strange. I turned back to Saber.
Oh, no!
What's the matter, Saber? Are you cold because I opened the window? No, but if we're going to have lunch here, I need to let in some fresh air or it will ruin the atmosphere.
No, it's nothing. You said the food is made in the living room, yes?
Saber fleeced, don't you like a startled rabbit? I love her so much.
Oh,
I
baby.
love her. Oh, I love her. I love that
She's such a creature.
She has opened up so much in these 12 days. From her passive sparring and the way she was acting just now, does Saber have a fever today or something? I love her so much. Oh. At noon, the 3 of us start eating. I cooked a proper meal first thing this morning, so I made bento up from the leftovers.
This is... I see, you've put what you made this morning between two pieces of bread.
SABER nods in appreciation as she eats the sandwich. The way she ably uses a paper napkin to keep from dirtying her hands lends elegance even to this sort of a meal. I thought so this morning too, but you really are a good cook, aren't you, SHIROU? You know, I think it's good for food to be delicious. On the other side, Ilia energetically stuffs the sandwich into her cheeks like a fucking hamster. I'm not sure if she's cutting loose or if she's just mimicking me. Ilia seems even more well-mannered than SABER, but it appears she's not particularly fussy about table manners.
Wait, Ilia, if you do that, you'll dirty your hair. She's literally just fucking shoveling.
Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god! Okay, okay, that's adorable. Fuck off.
Alright, okay. Hey, even I have to admit, that's kind of cute.
There must be some butter there or something. As though there's no help for it, SABER wipes the corners of Ilia's mouth. I'm a hamster too, shut up.
Fine, I admit, this one in particular is kind of cute.
You hate it, but you can deny it's cute. Wife and Chelsea GJ, we just adopted a child, you know? Like SABER and SHIROU just adopted a child. She can be cute when she's not talking.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
Thanks, but what do you think you're doing? You hate me, don't you?
Yes, I'm on my guard against you even now, but even I can understand people's hearts. You bear us no hostility, and SHIROU has welcomed you as his guest. And so I will show you the minimum courtesy at least. And besides...
Besides?
You have such beautiful hair. It would pain me a little to see it sullied before me, don't you think?
Aw. That was probably the absolute truth. SABER's voice is the same as always. There's no sign that she's being considerate of Ilia there. Ilia stares at SABER. At that I realize. Until now, Ilia hasn't looked at SABER even once. As though to say that to her SABER was just a servant and there was no need to view her as human being. Even if you say that, SHIROU still belongs to me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind giving you a little consideration. I can't let SHIROU win, but I can't protect him myself after all, can I? Saying that as she relaxes her shoulders, Ilia stuffs the sandwich into her mouth. Just...
That goes without saying. It's a servant's duty to be her master's shield.
SABER matter-of-factly replies to Ilia. Their exchange was the same kind of thing as they'd had until now, but there's a gentleness in their voices. They're getting used to each other a little bit. At least they won't fucking complain all the time, maybe, hopefully.
I think if everyone stops fighting constantly around us, that might be nice.
When we're taking it easy after we finish lunch, Tosaka comes by. SHIROU, are you here? I'm finished getting ready, so hurry up and come and see me, okay? Briefly stating her business, Tosaka returns to the guest building. That's right, I forgot. Tosaka was going to teach me magic this afternoon. Since I've never had a proper teacher, Tosaka's lectures on magic will do me more than just come in handy. Tosaka seems like she intends to keep teaching me, so I need to finish things up here and go over to the guest building. Sorry, I'm going over to Tosaka's room. I don't know how long I'll be, so you and SABER can rest in your rooms, alright, Ilia? Sure. I'm feeling kind of sleepy, so I think I'll take a little nap. She's calmed down, thank God!
She tired herself out.
Ilia leaves the dojo, sleepily rubbing at her eyes. Good. If Ilia will sleep quietly, then there shouldn't be any problem with me going to Tosaka's room.
Shiro, you're going to Rin's room?
Saber's got her work cut out for her. 3 people to protect on like 5% battery. She should have a little bit more than 5%. Shiro is not the best master, but now that their connection of magical energy is there, she should at least have like, maybe she will have another Excalibur in her like a few hours, you know?
It's like another Excalibur in her.
I want to say something so badly, but I cannot.
God damn it.
You will find
Also,
things.
it's 5% battery, but it's like 5% on an Android. It'll last you a couple hours.
It's like 5% battery, but the battery itself is actually a nuclear fucking reactor. So it's like, it can probably power like a small town for a few days. Oh. Stats? I don't know if they were different earlier. Magic resistance, riding. You do be... God, you're so fucking small. I keep forgetting how fucking small you are.
Like the 154 centimeters, that tracks.
Oh.
52 kilograms. Or 42 even.
Never fucking trust a anime game's weight parameter. Never.
Like, no, absolutely not. But also, that's like 100 pounds, maybe a little less.
Okay, so I need you to know, right? There is a character in Samurai Remnant who is very small. She is 137 centimeters, I think. She's like 1 centimeter like taller than I am. She's 33 kilograms. She is... You could fucking dunk her.
I've had dogs that weigh more than that. Like...
She is just paper fucking thin. You blow on her and she just flows away.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? You have to go and learn the basics of magic from her.
Is there really any need for that? Berserker has fallen and the enemy we allied ourselves to defeat no longer exists. In that case, is there not any longer a reason to have Rin teach you?
Certainly that might be true. But in the first place, Tosaka was teaching me so we could fight Berserker. Now that's gone. There's no reason for her to teach me anymore either, but... Nah, I want her to keep teaching me. Never mind Berserker. I'm a novice, so I've got to become a proper mage as soon as possible.
Is that so? If you say so, Shiro, then I have no right to stop you.
Saber was like, I kinda wanted to hang out after,
Oh.
Saber whispers, her face shrouded in gloom. You love that the definition of very small is 1 centimeter taller than me. I'm very short! What can I say? Well then, I'm gonna start the lecture, but before that, there's something I should ask you. You don't have any part of your body that's broken or anything, do you? She says, that's concerning. That's the most concerning thing you could be asking, please. The moment I enter her room, Tosaka asked me something strange. Broken? Like what? I'm asking you if there are any parts of you that don't work. You went and did something that ridiculous, so I know that you've burned out some of your nerves. Well, it doesn't really matter to me either way, but I can teach you if I don't at least know if there's anything wrong with your body. For some reason, Tosaka seems to think that some part of my body is paralyzed. Though, as the person in question, I know better than anyone that that's just Tosaka's misunderstanding. Nope, I'm not paralyzed anywhere. After a good night's sleep, my headache and my fever both went away. I'm as healthy as a horse. That's ridiculous. You projected SABER's sword, you realize? It wouldn't have been strange if you lost an arm pulling a stunt like that. I'm telling you I can move. I'm fine. The boy is just fine.
The boy is fine.
I definitely don't have erectile dysfunction. Anyway, if my body were paralyzed, I couldn't have carried Ilia home on my back, could I? I'm telling you, the only thing that was wrong with me then was the headache and fever. Don't lie to me, Shiro. Show me your arm for a second. Without even waiting for my reply, Tosaka grabs my arm and stares at it seriously. And like that, my breath catches. No matter how much I've gotten used to it, I tense up when she's this close. Really doesn't seem to be anything wrong with you, huh? I mean, on the outside, if you look a little bit inside, you will find that there's many things wrong with him. Many. There's some blackened spots like bruises. I wonder if those are burn marks, but everything else has completely recovered. No, rather than healed than saying it's healed, it's like it's finally grown back in. I feel Tosaka's breath on my arm as she mutters to herself. Hey. Just that is enough to make me turn bright red, but on top of that, your body's bullshit, you know that? This isn't the result of your self-healing from before. It was obviously coming from outside of you, but I think this is your own ability to heal yourself. Your body is bullshit. I kinda love that. She's just, you know... Oh my god. I just thought about something, right? Shiro is someone with a mysterious healing factor, right? And in many cases, you could think that a character with like an insane healing factor that is like so effective, like would be like extremely powerful, but I kinda love that Nasu uses this fact as a means to just put Shiro through the most painful, just body-destroying bullshit that he can. Like, the only reason, like, that Shiro can just shrug off these things is so that he can be beaten, battered, bruised, and fucking bleeding the entire way through a fight.
Literally killed.
I fucking love that, right? She rolls up my sleeve and says that as she taps at my arm. Holy fuck, that body of yours is absurd. Shut up, Soja, shut up. Holy fuck. Oh, wait, titty pill. Speaking of absurd bodies, I'm going to grow my tit. That's how it works. Wait, stop, that's enough. Isn't it, Tosaka? If you're done, then sit back down. What? I'm going out of my way to look after you and... Huh? Without any hesitation, Tosaka breaks her body in close to my nose. No! Oh no! She's... Oh no! You said your fever went away, but it still seems plenty there to me. Your face is bright red, Shiro. Oh no! Oh no! That's my own business, isn't it? I've got nothing to do with you, so don't worry about it. Is that right? If I got nothing to do with it, then it won't even have any effect even if I do this. What are you going to do? Don't put your hand on my forehead. No, I don't think this is one of the sex scenes now. I don't have a fever, so there's no point in doing something like that.
It would be a perfect setup for it, though, wouldn't it?
It really would. Yeah, so it could seem. This time you turn red all the way to your ears. rather than a fever, it seems more like you're drunk. This is on purpose. She's absolutely doing this on purpose. Tosaka, you know exactly what you're doing here, don't you? Oh, wasn't that obvious? Your reactions are so predictable that I couldn't help myself.
Best girl. I love her. She's such a fucking evil bitch. I hate her.
Oh my god. Playing with a man's innocence like this, you ought to repent your sins in hell.
It's just Issei talking over his shoulder.
Oh my fucking god. Well, I'll do you a favor and leave the joking here for now. Besides, if I go for any more wool, I may come back shorn myself.
What are you implying, Rin? Is she implying that if she keeps going, she's gonna get horny too?
This is a fucking 2 instant love setup if I ever saw one.
Jesus.
Is this a problem? Isn't she teasing me more and more with every passing day? You are even, indebted to her monetarily forever now, too. What do you mean? Boy. What is that line? I kinda love it, though. Saka, it may be a little late to say this now, but I came here for a serious lesson. Well, that's rude. I intend to give you one myself. Even just now, I was just checking the condition of my student. I love her so much. Is that right? So we'll be getting down to business then? I suppose so. Though even if I say that, it's outside my area of expertise, so well, I can give you some advice. Still, it's better than nothing. To put it frankly, last time we hit the limit of what I can do to actually help you. You can learn magic with short lessons like these. All I did is fit you with the switch you hadn't been using. Do you understand? Got you alright. Said only since I swallowed it, my magic circuit has turned into something I can switch on and off instead of something I make. Shirou can heal! Sell his organs repeatedly to pay the debt! Oh god!
That's not the worst idea.
Oh my god.
You can regrow your liver from like a quarter of it, I think. So like...
Please? Why are you saying it in a way that's applicable to real life? Wait!
I'm just thinking about it. I don't know.
Shut up! And ironically, an idea being good to come up with. Oh, right, that's all I can teach you in a day or two. But even that is just bringing out something that you've been training this whole time. All I can do is give a bit of a boost to the magic your body has already learned, and I don't intend to teach you any other magic either. I mean, you don't have any talent for it anyway. Yeah, in a sense I'm relieved to hear you put it that bluntly. Oh god, I clicked outside.
Between Shirou and Ilia, it was Ilia who I hate. I think monetizing someone's organs is an affectionate gesture.
Listen, I understand. She wants to wring Ilia's neck like a wet towel, but she also wants to just beat Shirou up a little. You know, it's different. It's like different degrees, right? It's fine. Sometimes your favorite characters are the ones you want to see put through hell. Sometimes you want them to suffer, and that's what makes life worth living, you know? Don't worry about it.
I'm glad that at least Sadani gets me.
Tosaka, you said you'd give me some advice about the magic I can use, right? Can you tell me what the magic that I used back there actually was? Tosaka doesn't reply. She just glares at me with undisguised hostility. to Tosca. This is a lecture, right? It kind of puts me in a pinch too if you don't say anything. Scowling, she averts her gaze. But that was just for an instant. It's impossible. After all, I can't use projection magic. I can very well teach you about something I don't know myself, can I? You can't use it? So that thing I used in battle against Berserker, that wasn't one of the fundamentals of magecraft, so to speak? Supposing the structure of something and then passing magical energy through it? That's no different from reinforcement magic. It's just that it's difficult to soak my own foreign magical energy into something that has a shape to begin with. It's like trying to paint something a deep red by mixing my own paint that I think is red and ending up with a different color entirely. Compared to that, it's just easy to paint it myself from scratch. Like, he doesn't even realize how fucking outrageous what he did was, right? Like,
I mean, there's a really common theme in this thing, which is using really casual metaphors to explain complete bullshit.
yeah, and I kinda love it. It's like doodling something just the way I want it. There's no way that's true. Knowing you could do it, right? It's easier than reinforcement. No, wait, you. Make no mistake, if you said what you just did to another mage, they'd killed you. What you did was projection, and on top of that, you perfectly duplicated a noble phantasm. I don't know of a single other faker who could do what you did. A chill runs on my spine. It's not just my imagination. This guy is certainly holding some hostility toward me. It's no big deal. I'd vaguely suspected it ever since I saw your shed. There's not really any point in me wanting to kill you now. It seems like you're misunderstanding, so I'll tell you. What you did was projection magic. It's a half-assed magic that recreates works of art and famous swords and things like that as an image made up of your own magical energy. It's usually used for making temporary substitutes to be used in rituals. Since it's woven from an image, it's recognized as an imaginary object and it will disappear shortly. I understand a replica woven from an image. Honestly, ever since I saw SABER's sword in my dream, I've been using it as a model to imagine the golden sword. I don't really understand. Magical energy is like clay, right? Even if it's just an image, once it's been given shape, it won't just disappear, will it? Obviously it will. Magical energy is something that can only exist inside your own body, right? That's why when you pass magical energy through something, you just use it to start a natural process, don't you? I mean, even I can need magical energy like candy and make a dagger or something. That's it. It's still no more than candy in the shape of a dagger. And the magical energy that I've released will evaporate and it will disappear in no time. Do you understand? Something you've made just from magical energy won't last for long, and it's nothing more than a shape. Well, apparently projection magic will let you bring that shape close to the original in appearance and ability, though. Certainly magical energy is shapeless. I can feel it when it's flowing around inside my body, but once I let it outside, it fades and then disappears. Fades. That was my Spanish coming through.
It was beautiful. I loved it.
Then no matter how much I create a blueprint inside my head and make something out of magical energy, since the structure of it is made from magical energy, it's natural for it to gradually fade away. Speaking of which, when Kiritsugu was teaching me magic, and I first did something like projection, he told me that it was inefficient and I should work on reinforcement instead, didn't he? See, wait. I have a theory, but... Ooh. Oh. I am not going to say anything because I know more things and I may have just been clued to something interesting there. I see, projection uses a lot of magical energy, because it will just disappear immediately even if you use it. There's no point in making something with it. Exactly. For example, you could use 10 units of magical energy and project a sword, right? In that case, you'll produce 30 or 40% of the sword's power at best. The human imagination is full of holes, so you can't make a duplicate. That's exactly the real thing. On the other hand, if you use the same amount of magical energy to reinforce a sword, the sword's power will leap up to 20 to 30 times. What's more, the effect will last hundreds of times longer than a projection would. Understand? These days, projection magic is only ever used during rituals. It's nothing more than a magic used to prepare a temporary replica to be used as a substitute for a tool you couldn't get your hands on. Your father was right to teach you reinforcement. Since you don't have many magic circuitouses, if he taught you a useless magic like projection, you'd be no different from a normal person. I understand that. But if that's true, then what the hell was that? The golden sword that I remade into reality from the image inside my head certainly seemed to have the power of the original. So was it just a fluke that I projected Saber Sword? When I think about it, the magical energy inside that sword was on a totally different level. Emanating hundreds of times more magical energy than I actually have is weird, no matter how you look at it, huh? Yeah? Yeah, Shiro? I'm sure it's because you have some kind of affinity for swords. Mages have various special characteristics, right? I think yours is swords. Yours is just swords.
I think you have affinity for swords. Are you calling him gay?
Characteristics like fire or water? Things that apply to the elements? That's right. Normally you carry one of the elements that make up the world, though. Even in the Mage Association, fire is said to be normal and wind noble, right? Be it earth, water, fire, wind, and either, or wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, it doesn't matter. Mages usually have one of these elements, but among them there are even more specialized characteristics as well. Though apparently most of them don't enter the bulk of the association and make name for themselves as exceptional specialists. And in your case, it's swords, Shiro. You don't have much in the way of variety, but when it comes to swords, you can aim to be the best there ever was. I see. Certainly. Ever since I was young, I've always had a strong interest in swords. In which case, what's Tosaka's affinity? Knowing her, it's obviously some self-important sounding thing like fire or air, but I'm interested. I want to ask just to make sure. Hey Tosaka, just for reference, what's your affinity? Me? Mine is the 5 great elements. So in other words, you're saying that you have all of them? Anyway, that's... I fucking love her so much.
Wait, so you got all of them? So anyway.
Anyway, that's about all I can say about it. Reaction is so pointless that people call it vanity, so don't use it too much, okay? Hey, Wak, she's you. Yeah, she's an arch... She could be an archmage in Arathia.
I fucking love our super special protagonist, Tsundere. She's great.
Oh, and doing something like imitating Saber Sword is suicide. It worked out then, so it's fine, but normally it wouldn't have been weird if you self-destructed. Rin doesn't have enough space in her mind to create something as immensely complex as a sword out of her mental image. Hero had empty though, so there's plenty of space for his imagination to work. you know what I love about this, right? What Rin is saying right now is that Shirou's projection of the sword worked because Shirou's special interest is swords. And his hyperfixation helps narrow it down to a specialization.
God, I love that.
Oh yeah, the in-universe term for that is average one, because it's like, you know, balance, like all of the elements, but it's known as the average one. You said this yourself, but the magical energy in Saber's sword exceeds your own capacity. You understand that replicating it means going beyond the limits of your own magic circuit, don't you? I know, but your own limits aren't something you can surpass that easily, are they? No, in the first place, they're limits, so you can't actually go over them, can you? You can. It's because of that mages always walk side by side with death, isn't it?
What a line.
If magic is something bent into a particular form, then it's logical that you could do any magic if you just have the knowledge, right? Even if you know that it's a miracle that's impossible for you to reproduce, anybody can make the attempt. A mage is just a power source. Even a small engine can exceed its listed speed if you pin your foot to the gas pedal. But the only thing waiting at the end of that is self-destruction. I fucking love that, actually. I actually love
really
that.
Sick.
It's like that. As a mage, you can easily surpass your own limits if you're prepared to destroy yourself. By burning out your magic circuits and tearing up your own nerves, if you keep producing magical energy, you can produce a miracle. Your projection is exactly that. The reason that you had a fever for so long after the fight is because your nerves were burnt out. That's the price for using magic beyond your means. I kinda love this. You did something that should have cost you an arm and a leg. Hey, look, Edward Elric, fucking Full Metal Alchemist. We're talking about...
Holy shit.
We're talking about elements and magic, and we're talking about losing an arm and a leg using, like, very powerful forbidden magic. Don't worry about it.
All anime is the same.
God, I'm so glad I actually watched FMA.
Oh, it's so good.
I caught up to it very recently, and oh, it was so good! A scolding voice, but at the same time. So remember this, Emilia-kun. Magic that exceeds your limits will turn its user into a mm-hmm.
Can she say that?
Please don't you ever try to do something like projecting Saber's sword again. One seriously anxious for my safety. I like that she is just really worried that he will just fucking explode if he does that again. That is really sweet of her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I love too? That manifested as hostility. She was fucking mad at him. And I kinda love that. Because it was like you could have been like, oh, is she jealous that she... No, she's worried that he will fucking die. And that is really interesting.
It reads as jealousy at first, but then it's like, listen, you're really good at this. If you keep doing it like that, you're gonna die.
After her warning, Tosaka prescribed me some medicine I didn't really understand. Here, take these drugs. It's really useless to tell you not to push yourself. It's probably just for my peace of mind, but at least take some painkillers just in case. If it goes well, even those bruises might heal. Saying that, she made up some light green powder medicine. I drink the medicine in some tea. Tosaka is rummaging through her bag and trying to give me another different medicine. Well then. Sorry to Tosaka fishing through her bag, but I'm bored just sitting here like this right now. What do you mean? Question number one.
What does question number one mean?
Do you mean that these both are the same? Then why could it be? I kinda wanna... What other choice could there be? I kind of want to ask, but question number 1, the second one in the list.
I kind of want to click question number 1 just because I'm so confused.
I think question number 1 is just 2 seconds. Let's. And to think of it, there's still something I don't understand. In the fight against Berserker, Tosaka wasn't just crushed to death. Just what kind of trick was that exactly? Oh, I guess it was like him saying like, there's like a question first in my mind that I want to say, but it doesn't tell you. Like that's
Gotcha.
Would you like that or to go back?
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
That was very unclear, and I don't really care.
So?
Projection magic in detail.
That's right. I understand now what projection magic is, but I feel like insisting on knowing a little bit more about it. How did you not pop like a cheap burrito? Especially about the part about giving shape to an image. Hey Tosaka, sorry to ask this while you're busy. What? If you tell me to hurry up, I will kick you out. I'm the one who's annoyed that I can't find what I'm looking for. Where are things that I thought I put away always disappearing in this house? Tosaka grumbles. The sort of thing really is just like her. Especially the way that even though she does things perfectly, her preparations for them are a sham. Yeah? Yeah, we love her for that, exactly. No, keep going. I don't mind if you keep looking, but can you tell me more about what we were just talking about? That projection is an imitation made from an image and stuff like that? Well, I guess I don't mind. What I have to say might come in handy for you. She must have reached the limit of her patience. She tosses the ransacked duffel bag aside and plops herself back down in her chair. She's like, fuck this.
It gives up.
Well then, I'll explain it to you briefly. What we call projection is for producing something you don't have on hand, just for the moment that you're going to use it. To put it the opposite way, it can recreate something that doesn't exist in this world, even something that was lost a long time ago. If you can imagine the real thing down to the finest detail, then all you need after that is magical energy to temporarily weave it together. I told you already that this projected object will disappear as the magical energy evaporates, right? No matter how strong the magical energy is, an object woven from an image will fade away bit by bit. No, that's not all. The world itself won't allow that sort of an illusion. So things woven from projection can't stay in the world even for a day. The world itself won't allow it? Why? Illusions can be anything because they're illusions. If one were to gain form that could make it real, right? But such a thing doesn't exist in reality, so in order to erase that contradiction, reality breaks down the illusion. Metaphysics.
Interesting.
Yeah, the world is cruel like that in Fate. Sometimes it just does things like that. Look, magecraft is the phenomenon of altering something that already exists and changing it into something else. Transformation and equivalent exchange, so to speak.
Equivalent exchange, just like Full Metal Alchemist.
But equivalent exchange doesn't apply to illusions. In the case that something made from an image doesn't exist anywhere in the world, that would be an absolute contradiction. So, if you projected Saber Sword, that can't possibly exist in this time, the world itself would destroy that illusion. It's fine to perform miracles that are connected to the world, but causing miracles that don't exist in the world is strictly taboo. Normal magic brings you something that exists somewhere in the world and uses that. Projection magic paints with people's imaginations.
Interesting that she and he use the same metaphor for it.
No matter how much you might call it magic, you're not allowed to make something that doesn't exist here. That's nothing else but an illusion that erodes reality. Just like animals prioritize self-defense above all else, the world places its own defense before any other priority. For the world, order is life, right? So contradictions that disturb the order and illusions that erode the fabric of reality are crushed by the world itself.
I love Exalted.
I love that so much. Osaka goes on and on without stopping. Of course I can't understand even half of what she's saying, you fucking himbo. I see, so... In other words, you're saying that what I did surpassed the limits of me, SHIROU, yeah? That's what I said, isn't it? Projection is a magic that shapes away at your life, so you can't use it, even if SABER begs you to. Osaka resumes searching through her bag, finally. As I idly watch her, I reconfirm that our victory over Berserker really was a miracle. So, after she made me drink a couple of different kinds of medicine, she's just fucking... I'm sorry, but I just do not trust her. She made me...
I think she's a doctor.
She made me practice some simple reinforcements to check the condition of my body. She wanted to check if there was any obstacle to the flow of magical energy through my body or something. Honestly, today Tosaka is more like a doctor than a teacher.
What did I say?
Alright. It doesn't seem like there's any problems. At this rate, starting tomorrow, you won't have to come here anymore. Huh? I'm shocked hearing that. I don't have to come here tomorrow. In other words, that means... It's only natural, isn't it? Under these circumstances, there's nothing more that I can teach you. If you really want to learn magic, we should do it after this fight is over. Besides, Archer is gone now, right? My alliance with you has been over for a while now. Oh
No!
What? When she says that, it hits me. We teamed up in the first place to oppose Berserker. Berserker is gone now, and Tosaka's servant is gone too. Then, life here should have already come to an end yesterday. So what are you going to do now, Tosaka? Are you gonna go to Kotomine? Or she is, right? Tosaka is Father Kotomine's apprentice, so there'd be no problem asking him for protection. Why would I? Obviously, I'm not going to go there when I still haven't lost yet. It's not like I can't fight just because I've lost my servant, right? Besides, hit and runs aren't really my style. Once I've decided I'm going to fight, I have a responsibility to see it through to the end, don't you think? As though it were totally natural. Osaka proudly declares, "Look at her! Look at my girl. She's not giving up yet, somehow." My eyes go wide. No, it's not that I'm surprised. I've long since understood that this is who Tosaka is. He's exasperatedly self-confident, unbelievably selfish, and captivatingly brilliant.
Yeah.
But then, what are you going to do? Are you gonna do it alone? Are you gonna... Oh, that's a typo. There are still masters and servants left, you know?
I actually don't know if that's a typo. Go it alone is a phrase.
Oh, really? I have never heard about that in my life.
Yeah, like, it's used especially like for journeys or things that are going to be difficult. Like, yeah, I'll go this one alone.
Oh, ha, interesting. That's true, huh? So that's why I'm going to stay here and collect information for a while. I had to restart my investigation into the Ryudo Temple as well. Stay here for a while, are you sure? It'd be a big help to me if you did that, but our alliance is finished, right? Then, what are you saying? It was thanks to Archer that we won against Berserker, wasn't it? Our alliance might be finished, but that debt is still unpaid. It's only natural for you to lend me this place until you're done paying me back, right? Aww. Besides, I said that I'd take responsibility to the end, didn't I? It was just for a while, but you still became my apprentice. If I leave you on your own, I'll be so worried that you can't take care of yourself that I won't be able to concentrate on the Holy Grail War. And And yeah, I had never seen that, so yeah, first time I've seen that expression. Yeah. Just, yeah. It already feels like so long ago now, but in the short, the Tosaka Rin that Emiyu Shiro fell... in short, the Tosaka Rin that Emiya Shiro fell for was this kind of a girl. And so, honestly, it makes me happy. Tosaka has to be like this. She has to be like this.
She can't help herself.
In the first place, on the day that someone this stubborn gives up easily, I won't know what to believe in anymore. Yeah, I'll be counting on you from now on too, Tosaka. No matter what I say, when you're not around, I can tell right from left. Saber and I need you. It's fine, but don't say things like that. It's one thing to be stupidly honest, but if you're not careful, somebody's going to misunderstand. No? No. I think the polykill is real.
We put our hand on her shoulder. Rin, we like you.
Rin, me and my servant saw you from the other end of the bar, and we really like your vibes.
We saw you from across the dojo, and we love your vibes.
No matter how I think about it, I can't understand why Tosaka would get mad there. Let's fucking go, Folly Gang! Tosaka, when you say misunderstand... he's so fucking stupid. He's so fucking stupid, I love him.
He's great.
That was a slip of the tongue just now. My attitude is telling you not to ask, so pressing on me is against the rules.
Against the rules that I'm making up right now.
Shiro, you can't just ask. That's not how this kind of interaction goes. God, be Janosabi. Somehow it could appear that Tosaka knows some rules that I don't. Good grief, at this rate, Saber's in for a hard time too.
Oh.
Well, or maybe that's just right for you two. Maybe it's not good for either of you if you're not a little numb to it. I don't really get it, but when you say Saber's in for a hard time, I can't let that slide. Why could she be in for a hard time, Tosaka? I'm saying that part of you is gonna give her a hard time. At this rate, you probably haven't even noticed how Saber's changed, have you, Emiya-kun? How Saber's changed?
Oh god.
She's not talking about her appearance, is she? If you were going to talk about a part of Saber that's changed, it could be... Now that you mention it, she's been acting kind of strange ever since this morning. No, I figured she was just in a bad mood because Ilia's here, but even if that's true, she's been sitting around all quiet, and when I asked her what was wrong, she just said she had a dream or something and walked away. I'd forgotten about it because I was so preoccupied with Ilia. Now that you mention it, I think Saber wasn't her usual self this morning, almost like she was half asleep. Saber had a dream? What, is that something to be surprised about, Tosaka? Oh, she's ignoring me. Don't go all quiet on me. Say something. When you make a face like that, even I get worried. I love Rin's tendency occasionally to just sit in thought about something that just happened and start ignoring everything.
She just closes off the entire world.
I love it, actually. That's a really interesting trait of hers.
I fucking love her. I see so much of myself in Rin. I hate it.
Oh, no, it's not really such a big deal. It's just servants don't dream. Servants don't dream? That's right, servants don't dream or anything like that. If she said she had a one anyway, it wasn't a dream. It just means she caught a glimpse of someone's memories. Has Tosaka had an experience like that as well? He says that with a coolness completely at odds with her previous cheerfulness. The sprite expression conveys it really well, yeah. Ah. And so, it comes time to prepare dinner. I'd thought that in the confusion of the last few days, our system of who should prepare dinner had broken down, but... I'm counting on you for dinner tonight, okay? Okay. It seems like it will be cold again tonight, and Ilia's here too, so when did you make a stew or something?
Fantastic.
She told me as I was leaving. Let him cook. Well, certainly, Ilia looks like she'd like stew, doesn't she? Maybe it's because of the sight of her in that coat and hat. In any case, I have no objection to making stew for dinner tonight. I'm not much good with Western food, but I won't make any fatal mistakes making a stew. Oh, before that, it's just before 6 o'clock. I have a little bit of time before I start cooking. I'm a little sweaty too, so I'm going to wash my hands anyway. Let's go ahead and take a bath. I'll be a little hurried like taking a bath before dinner, but since Tosaka and Saber use the bath after dinner, I won't be able to use it until much later. Shirou's making stew tonight, fuck yeah. A freezing hallway. It has keep the rooms warm, but when you go into the hallway, you can feel the full force of winter's chill. The climate here in Fuyuki is supposed to be warm, but these past few days it seems strangely off. Thank you for acknowledging this. Speaking of the cold, it seems like snow fell while I wasn't looking. I probably didn't notice because it went on for less than an hour and not very much snow fell. Well, if there had been a lot of snow, a huge army of snowmen could have appeared in the garden and it could have been a pain to clear up, so if you say that I've been saved, I suppose I've been.
Yeah.
Of course, there's only one person who could make an army of snowmen. I have a fond memory from when it snowed last year of her standing up at the lectern with hands bright red from frostbite. I was going to use the shower, but the bathroom is already warm. That's you.
Shiro?
A splash. In the instant that I look over at the bathtub in confusion... Hi, Saber! The inside of my head turns whiter than Ilia. My throat seizes up and I can barely make a sound. I can't move because I can't think either. And yet in the corner of my mind I can't help but think, something like this happened before, huh? No, this isn't the same as before. Back then Saber was still naked, but I was wearing clothes. But it's not at all like that this time. Oh, right, he just undressed too.
I would like to just raise just a glass in appreciation of damp Saber.
Damp. Saber! Only the sound of my gulp echoes through the room. Saber stares at me, confused and not knowing what to do, as though she's frozen. This time even Saber will get angry. She's certain to be angry. She'll undoubtedly get mad. As proof, even now her soft lips are trembling like she's about to scream at me. I'm sorry, this is my fault. I thought I'd use the shower. No, I didn't think that anybody could be in here this hour, but of course you'd be right to say that. I should have noticed. I make excuses as I slowly retreat back into the dressing room. It's certainly not because I'm fascinated with Saber or anything. For some reason, it feels like if I fled running back into the dressing room, it could make Saber even more angry with me. No. Even so, that doesn't change the fact that I can't take my eyes off of her. I remember the night in the ruins. Hi!
Here we go.
Oh no, it's the weird sex music. Wait, this is the music that plays in the sex scenes? Oh. But yeah, I think there's no sex scene here. No scene here. Oh, in the original there were nipples apparently. That is censored. You can actually see it because it was one of those like blotches of steam, kinda just a circle on top. It's a music for the sex scenes, huh? That's interesting.
This is like unsettling.
Get ready because we're going to be reading those at some point.
I am so fucking excited for when we do that.
Oh. I remember the night in the ruins. Saber's warmth so incredibly close to me. He's resurrected. Her slender and elegant body. The heat of our bodies and our heartbeats layered together. There'd be no time for this then, though. Now, at all of it, I feel something difficult to resist. Anyway, we'll talk later. I feel around for the door at my back. Then...
I'm very sorry, Shira. This is a selfish request, but would you please leave for right now?
Averting her gaze with a voice so quiet it seems as though it might disappear, Saber says that. Huh? This time, the inside of my head really does go blank. Why isn't she angry? At her embarrassed expression, all the blood in my body rushes to the top of my head. I didn't think that it was where it was going to be rushing, but sure. Why? I reflexively whisper. Saber hangs her head even more apologetically. Asking if you could... Oh, right.
I'm asking if you could please use the shower a little later. Just for right now, I'd like you to allow me to use this place by myself.
And shrinks down as though to hide herself. At that, I suddenly remember. Also, since you can kind of see the silhouette of Saber's body, I am going to tell you a description I think Ebe mentioned in... I think it was Ebe who mentioned it on my server, but Saber, when she doesn't have her armor on, her figure looks like a trans girl that has been on E for like a little bit.
100%, yeah. The broad shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I kind of love that. It's just the transcoding is strong, you know? At that, I suddenly remember. It was you, yeah? Thank you. Before, when I had that near miss with Saber in the dressing room, she hadn't said anything. The sex of a servant is irrelevant. She was the one who said that, not concerned in the least about her appearance. So in other words, wait, my head is spinning and I can't say this very well. Come on, work brain! In short, you're not angry with me, Saber? Just fucking leave, Shiro.
It's natural for you to wash your body, is it not? I won't restrict my master's activities to such an extent.
No, actually, do say it. Just no showering for you ever again. That would make sense. In short, Saber doesn't think anything of her appearance or whether or not she's clothed. That's why it's natural for me to be here. Bathroom is a place where you wash your body, so it's not strange that I could come here. Whether Saber is there or not doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's helpful on the one hand, but I think something about it is wrong. But that could mean I can use this shower now, wouldn't I? No, she doesn't want to. Please, you're so dense. She is... What I'm saying is that I don't want you to be in the same room with me naked. Being seen isn't a problem, it's just... Oh, she's dysphoria! Being seen isn't a problem, it's just... My body isn't feminine the way that Rinse is.
I'm pretty sure that was me, but...
Oh, right. Please do.
No, but this is me pointing. Like, there it is, it's canon.
Actual dysphoria jump scare, but please read.
Being seen isn't a problem. It's just my body isn't feminine the way Rin's is.
Oh
so...
my god, I'm just like bouncing here like, oh my god, dysphoria moment.
Dysphoria moment!
Walks like trans bias, I must read. Yeah, my brain just fucking switched. With further reddened cheeks, falteringly.
Excuse me. She's not.
Yeah, that's just Takeuchi being not fun. I need you to imagine the actual fan art of her being buff.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about Saber's back. Anyway, I prefer that you didn't look at me, Shiro. Such a muscular body is unsightly to a man's eyes, isn't it?
She says that. The feeling when the text doesn't match the image. Thank you, Takeuchi. Cowards.
Cowards.
We are all thinking about Saber's back. In a variety of ways, my consciousness thread is to fly away. I fucking love Shiro's just internal explosion. Are you crazy? That's not. There's no way that could be true. Saber's body isn't ugly at all. You might say that it's hard, but I'm not worried about things like that. Saber's hard, you say?
Saber is hard, it's canon.
Saber's hard. You know, chat? Yeah? Certainly her body has been hardened by training in comparison to Tozuka's, but even so, I think Saber's body is so feminine that I don't even have words. Such as just like ice emoji. Nasu wanted for her to be buffed, but Takeuchi and Type Moon no. Oh, interesting, actually.
Shiro, because of that, I'd like you to please leave me alone.
I don't know myself how I managed to answer her. She proceeds to pass out from staying in naked Saber's presence too long. Shiro needs to be the one off. Like, he needs to. He will literally explode if he doesn't get a moment of privacy in the next, 2 hours.
I don't think he knows how.
I can only clearly tell that I nodded slightly and shut the door. And so the day comes to an end. Dinner was lively. Ilia was more talkative at lunch than she was at breakfast, and more still at dinner than she was at lunch, and she's developed a peculiar kind of relationship with Tozuka where I'm not sure if they're fighting or if they're kindred spirits. Oh no, the goblin energy is bouncing off of each other.
That's a bad thing.
Although Saber has accepted Ilia, I guess she still can't let her guard down. She wrinkles her brows every time that Ilia comes to my side. These last few days were a little too wild. For some reason I can't relax anymore on a day like this. One that I could have taken for granted until just a little while ago. Making no sound, I head out into the garden. It's still just barely today. Beneath the crisp, frozen moon, I walk, leaving white breath and blue shadow behind me. Like that, before I know it, I'm finishing up my daily routine. Lately, Tosaka has been teaching me, so there hasn't been any need for me to train here at this time. Shed-chan, the true waifu.
Shedroot.
Even so, I sit on the cold ground and check on what flows within me. It's not as though I'm particularly worried about my own skills. It's just a superstition. I've come here like this for so many years now that I guess I just can't be satisfied if I don't end my day here. Trace on. Even so, tonight's training is more intense than usual. Osaka told me not to use it again, but I can just go along with that so easily. If I can master this projection or whatever you call it, then it will be a powerful weapon and I can make things easier on Saber as well. Besides, the fever that I had then is still within me. Oh! That night in the ruins, but on the morning misted forest, the golden sword I made, its leftover heat is still in my hand, and I wish deep in my heart that if I tried to, maybe I could light that fire again. Apprising the idea of construction. It's easy to do it again. When I did it before, I was completely absorbed in it, and my thoughts were all out of order, but now I can make just the necessary process into a spell. No. In the first place, there's only one suggestion for Emilia SHIROU. Pronunciation is the same. But by changing my own perception, when I say it, it becomes the original spell. Supposing fundamental structure. I don't need Tosaka to tell me to understand what a dangerous thing this is. As a mage, Emilia SHIROU must reach for projection. I'm going too far. Adventures beyond one's means will one day be rewarded with death. Assumption complete. It is one with nothing. I erased the blueprint I was drawing. On the other side of the door, as though to hide the blue moon, SABER arrives. Hi.
Hey, honey. Thank God. You were here, weren't you, SHIROU? When I couldn't find you, I was worried that something might have happened to you.
No, it's not like anything happened, really. I just couldn't get to sleep, so I thought I'd give my head some exercise. I'll head back to my room when I finish up, so you don't need to worry.
Is that so? That's fine then.
So saying, she looks at my forehead. I guess you could say there's no way for me to hide it. As usual, my body is drenched in sweat. This is normal too, please. Don't worry about it. It's only natural for a mage to practice magic, right? No, well, I'm a novice, so failure is natural part of it, though. I wipe my forehead. Oh. That's a surprise. Sweat that I wipe off is cold as ice. The whole time I've been thinking that it was cold, but it really is just that cold in here in the But is it really that cold here in the shed?
SHIROU, you've been doing this every day, without fail.
Something wet, SHIROU! As much as I can, anyway. It's a routine my dad gave me, so I have to do at least this much. As I answer her, I regret trying to look thoughtful. Saying that something like this daily routine. With a reply like that, I just wanted to boast to SABER. Certainly the training at the end of the day hasn't been a hardship, but it definitely can't have been easy either. SABER doesn't say anything. With the moon at her back, a ray of silver light shines into the shed sunk in blue darkness. It's like a recreation of the night I met her. SABER, this is something Tosaka said, but in the instant I think that it's just like I'm dreaming. Is it true that servants don't dream? I say those words.
Yes, we do not dream. In the first place, as spirits, servants don't sleep. I have no choice but to sleep because I can't take spirit form, but even so I cannot dream.
But you said you had one this morning? A brief silence. She closes her eyes just once, as though she's resolving herself to something.
What I saw was your dream, SHIROU. Master and servant are spiritually connected. Were that bond to grow stronger, no doubt it would be possible to glimpse the other's past as well.
So what you dreamed was my past?
Yes. I knew that I was invading your heart, but I wasn't able to prevent it. I beg you, please forgive me for that, SHIROU.
Aww. Don't be... Same goes for me too. SABER's past. I've seen the scene from before SABER became a servant over and over again. Oof, that's not your fault, right? If you dream it, there's no help for it, is there? Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. My past is all stupid stuff, right? You wouldn't be able to sleep peacefully after you were shown something like that.
No, I only dreamt of it this morning, and it wasn't anything that happened recently, so I haven't done anything to invade your privacy as a man.
Saber earnestly offends. But privacy? Well, no. Certainly I've done as many stupid things as anyone else. I'm thankful for that, but you said it wasn't anything recent, so... When was it? 10 years ago? Yeah.
It was a huge fire. That scene was all that I saw.
A quiet voice. Those gentle eyes tell me what she had seen. Huh. Huh?
Oh?
Huh? Hello?
Hang on, that silhouette wasn't there last time.
So that's what she dreamt? I see. That's... How should I put this?
Yo, it's the Tower of Sauron.
Should I say that it was a disaster? It's like going to see a familiar movie, getting the theater wrong and ending up seeing something totally different.
It's the God Hand, should you got the bailiff. That I understood. No, I've thought about it for some time now. That there is a part of you that places you in horrible danger.
What do you mean by that? I mean, coming from your perspective, every part of me probably looks liable to get me in trouble.
That's not what I mean. You... Bro, that's why I understand your mistake as well. I know how you might end up if you keep going like this, because I'm the same.
Ooh! Oh! Oh my god, I didn't think Saber could just come out and fucking say it.
This is so good.
Well, I'm not mistaken though. I can't even count the number of times that I've failed, but I'm going to be a hero of justice like my dad was. That can't possibly be wrong, right?
I'm saying that is the mistake. Shiro, that accident wasn't your fault, and the responsibility for it isn't something that you should bear either. You have nothing to atone for.
Oh my god! I was not prepared for this. That's only natural. It was just an accident and I'm just a victim. I have felt guilty that I was the only one fortunate enough to survive, but...
Lynn said before that your dedication and self-sacrifice are abnormal. I agree with her. You aren't trying to save other people at the cost of your own life. Right from the beginning, is it not that your own life simply doesn't enter the equation at all?
Oh!
Oh, it's so good.
That silhouette again, huh? Are my pupils dilated? For some reason, I can barely see Saber's face.
You're not able to forget that accident, are you? But so long as you remember it, you will not change. Is that not painful?
Painful? For me? No, of course it's painful. I don't need Saber to tell me that. I mean, that's perfectly obvious. All those people died and it was such a hell. I think it's natural that such a thing could be painful and bitter. Besides, if it weren't, wouldn't it all be too meaningless? Yeah, certainly it's hard to remember it like this. But it's something that's already done. It's not like I can do anything about it now, right? Saber doesn't answer. Angrily, she scratches at her arm with her own hand.
I must obtain the Holy Grail. But that is true of you as well, Shiro.
Saber?
You need the Holy Grail, Shiro. It was inevitable that I should be summoned to you, Master.
How should I respond to that?
I'm going to sleep. Please don't push yourself too hard, SHIROU.
Saber takes her leave. I was not expecting that. I fold my arms and sink into thought. Do I really need the Holy Grail? A cup that can grant its owner's wish. A vessel filled with an inexhaustible stock of magical energy, for which it said nothing is impossible. Certainly, if I had such a thing, any wish of mine could be easily granted, but... No, that's wrong. No matter how I think about it, I don't need the Holy Grail. Yeah, there's no doubt that I don't need it. I mean, I don't have any wishes that won't come true, or any impossible dreams either. If it's a dream that I can't grasp with my own hands, I just don't dream it in the first place.
Blink blonk.
The night goes on. Relying only on the moonlight, in the familiar shed I listen to the distant sound of the wind. Oh my god, that was such a good fucking day, actually.
That whole day was just fantastic. You know, minus
Ilia.
the frustrations with Ilia. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. God, I love this fucking so much. I love this so much. Holy shit.
Fate is so good.
Oh my god. Oh, the relationship with each other and how it's developing. The, like, weirdness of Shirou's, like, projection. The, like, complete disregard for himself and the mutual calling out. The actual fucking dysphoria. Oh.
Genuinely brilliant. These characters are so fucking good.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh.
I like how we can just see Rin fucking grabbed up there on the save screen.
Just a little bit of grab, don't worry about it.
Just a little bit of grabbing.
Oh my god. I am going to exit the game now. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to end. Is there some, like, at least I am ending it now because it's a bit late and we started late already, and I don't want to drag things out for Anya. But next time, we'll continue and it's going to be so fucking good. Oh my god, I fucking love this game.
The delays shouldn't be happening anymore because what are the odds that I'm gonna get sick again?
Please do not tempt fate like that.
Oh, tempt fate?
Ah, God.
I am the bone of my stream, etc., etc.
Ah, stop clicking the bars on the sides of websites. Incredible.
I am not immune to malware, and I have very poor virus protection.
Oh, incredible, actually.
Apparently, I have fantastic virus retention because I've been sick for 2 weeks. But
better take care of Anne. 14 sounds better. What is she, my pet? Why do I install Norton antivirus on her and just see her just crash even more?
Oh please, I use Avast. That's probably why I'm dead though.
You need Protogent. I need to see Anya just outright hijacked by Bouncy Body. She's my shoulder pet, isn't she? Like a fucking pirate parrot. Ah, incredible.
Thank you, Watchdog. I'm glad somebody here believes that I have... what would the word be for, like...
Sapiens?
Thank you. Free will, I'd say.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Sidani also believes I'm autonomous. That's nice of him.
So, autonomy is good, yeah. So, since they were talking about servant dreams, right?
Uh-huh.
Very fun fact about this. Ritsuka Fujimaru, as I mentioned, has like 400 servants at this point. And many of the interludes that you get with like more backstory for the servants are actually sharing dreams or like being in their mindscape in some kind of situation and trying to kinda help them come to terms with something or just kinda admit to something deep inside that they don't want to and like just kinda getting a little bit less traumatized in general.
We grow and heal in this house.
Yeah, but also the thing about that is she has 400 servants. I don't think she sleeps a single night, right? Like, that girl just goes to sleep and that's just a roulette of different servants she might just go to sleep with and dream about.
That's like equal parts a nightmare and like the coolest thing ever.
Right? It's so cool, I love it. Imagine having dreams of hundreds and more servants almost every day. It's so much. It's so good though. There's so many of them and it's always the vibe of wanting to keep pushing through and like the servants like maybe having something they wanted to hide but they're like trying to open up to you. It's fun always. It's always fun.
That sounds absolutely delightful. I fucking love Fate. Fate's so fucking cool.
Fate has so many cool concepts.
Like, whenever I hear anything about Fate, it's always incredibly goofy or the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Many times, both at the same time.
It's frequently both.
God. Also, first time that it's been mentioned that the world just does things like that, like correct things, you know?
Yeah, I really like that. I like that a lot.
There's like, I just really... You can substitute in Homestuck and that statement would still hold true.
I've done my time with Homestuck.
Hey, Anya, did you know Homestuck is Vug?
We're happily divorced. I don't need to see them again.
I want you all to imagine just Anya, like, in the week that it will take until we start playing again this, just like, in the morning, looking at her phone, just tired, hasn't gotten her coffee in, and it's just like, looking at the address bar for the Homestuck website, like, I should call her.
No!
I should call her.
No! I didn't even finish it the first time.
Oh, interesting. Fair.
I think I stopped like what was it, act 6, act 3? I don't know. I wasn't that far.
I don't know. Whenever one of the many pauses happened, I imagine.
Cascade happened, and after that, I never got into it the same way.
Fair.
And then I think it was right near the end of the Gigapause. I was just like, yeah, all right, this ain't my thing anymore.
Fair. Don't worry about it. Cascade was so good, though.
Oh, yeah, unmatched, I think, in terms of internet content presentation. But also, this is a Fate stream. Can we stop talking about Homestuck?
Don't worry about it.
I can't get away from it, no matter where I go.
I need you to know there's just a pipeline. If you go on Tumblr, half of the big Fate bloggers used to be Homestucks. There's an actual pipeline.
I so believe that. I can't explain why, but even as an outsider, I think that makes perfect sense.
Oh, God. That being said, though, listen. Coming into this game for the first time, I knew a few things, and I knew that there were several scenes in which like SABER slowly starts to open up and starts like being a bit more flustered, like this is something I knew, but I didn't know how it was presented or handled, and I kinda dig the parallels between them so much, so much.
So good. Also, just to respond to Sadani really quick, I do regularly quote 2007 Year of the Gamer. Like, I think I've said that at least once a month for years.
I love that, actually.
2007, Year of the Gamer! Oh my gosh, the fucking... it was seeing Saber acknowledge, like, okay, hey, listen, buddy, you're just like me, and you really need to, like, stop that.
Yeah, it's like there's such a self-awareness in that moment that is like my whole life has led me to to something I like that I know is going to destroy you, but I am me, and I'm like way beyond the point of going back to anything else, right?
Yeah.
Like if she says, if you go down this route, you're just like me and you will just fucking suffer. She's acknowledging her own suffering as well, but she's being like, but I'm not doing anything about myself. I'm focusing on protecting you from the same fate.
It's kind of like, from the same fate. It's kind of like the whole thing of like, she is in a way bringing up her suffering as a way to action her suffering to defend somebody else again.
Yeah. Oh.
There's so many layers to it, and it's so good watching two very broken people who care very much about each other try and express that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, they're so good.
I fucking love this series. Holy shit.
Oh. And that idea of I really do not mind or care about being seen generally, but I have doubts about whether my body is appealing to someone like SHIROU. Like that rationalization of the change in demeanor about the shower scene is really interesting.
It's so good. Like, it's literally, it has nothing to do with like how she specifically feels about her body or anything. It's literally just, I don't think I'm good enough to be attractive for this guy.
Yeah.
Which just wasn't an issue before.
Because she wasn't thinking about wanting to be attracted to that guy. That was just not something she cared about.
Exactly. Something that wasn't a problem before is suddenly the focus of everything. Because now it's salient.
And it is not that her mind has changed about whether she minds or not. It's simply that her own feelings toward him have changed. And I love that.
It's so good. It's so good. It's just so good.
It's really so good. This game is one of your favorite games, period. It's so good. One of your favorite novels, too. You do think your overall favorite game may be, in fact, Fate Hollow Ataraxia, the next one in the timeline.
Ooh. Interesting.
Interesting. They're both stumbling through this hard, which makes it really endearing, yeah. And there's also something to be said, right? Like, okay. When you grab mythical figures and one random guy in Japan, like, you can make a lot of arguments about fan service in the fact that, well, this is fucking King Arthur, right? Like, it's fucking King Arthur, why would she be embarrassed about something like this, or why it's this or that? But then you see her backstory too, right? And you see how completely emotionally stunted she is about the fact that she has only ever been just a king?
It's so interesting. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why I interjected. I don't have anything to say except for the fact that it's really good.
It's so good. So it's like even taking like, and it is because the game is literally about them and shipping them. Like shipping them is part of it. But like the dynamic emerges and it's even justified within, right? Like, no. She is not fan service, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that when when someone from an outsider perspective may see or hear, like, in Fate Stay Night, King Arthur is a girl, and she is romantically, like, a romantic interest of the protagonist who's just, like, a Japanese boy, right? It sounds from the outside context like maybe there's like a bit for, but like the dynamic is so good.
You're not expecting incredibly nuanced and well presented character writing,
Yeah.
like just start to finish.
Yeah. Oh, and that is just what we've seen with like SABER and SHIROU. Let's talk about Tosuka for a moment too.
Let's talk about God's favorite tsundere, Rin the Tosukurin. That's it.
Can we talk for a moment about the fact that she literally explicitly said like, oh, I'm just having fun teasing you, but I should stop before this goes further because it will go further if I push it. Right?
Literally, that's what she was saying. Like, all right, sorry, I gotta lay off. I'm having way too much fun.
She was like, if I keep doing this, we are going to fuck.
And that's just gonna be awkward for everybody. It's like, I'm really torn between whether like Rin or SABER is my favorite because they're both so perfect for like different reasons.
Yeah, they fit their niches and the vibes that they give perfectly, and they are wonderful characters, but they are like, they fit different things. They just fit different things, is the thing.
Like, I don't know. I see so much of myself in the way Rin talks to people. It's fantastic. It's delightful. She's great.
Also, everyone is just so incredibly neurodivergent.
Everyone in this series is so neurodivergent.
There's not a single neurotypical in this entire fucking game.
Listen, SABER and Rin are both really autistic, but whatever's wrong with the second one's way more interesting.
Oh my god. Everything is so good.
Did I threaten to fire at someone?
I don't know. I didn't.
I mean, like, it wouldn't be the first time I've accidentally made an idle threat, but...
Oh, let's talk about Best Goblin too. She is... I do like that she has gotten tamer. Like, she had the one big bratty scene, and then she has calmed down. And she did have a cute moment with SABER.
Again? Oh, got you. That makes sense. But again, I am just trying to hold out hope that I will eventually like Ilia. Because right now, I've made it very clear that I don't, but I'm just going to hold my tongue and not go off about why and just...
Yeah, like, we are getting to the end of the Holy Grail War, but remember, we are restarting this Holy Grail War twice.
Oh yeah, I know. We have a lot to cover.
We have a lot to come! Oh, I also do like that the next two things are like different routes too. Like it could be just as exciting if it was like there's more after this, but I am kind of excited at seeing different sides of these characters in different scenarios actually.
I'm so interested because like I have literally no context for how different the routes are. I don't know what goes on with the characters. I don't know how much the story diverges. I don't know if it's completely different or the same and a little close. I'm very excited.
Oh, good lord, I'm so excited. Something I know, you know, I know a lot of things that happen later, and I'm so excited to see them.
I don't know. It's kind of fun knowing that like I'm completely blind. You're kind of the opposite of that, and you're still so excited about like literally everything you do know about.
Yeah, and
it makes it so fun to be along for the ride with you.
And there's so many things I thought I knew a bunch of things. I was not ready for many of these things. I knew there was a dragon scene, like exchanging out Artoria's like sex scene. Like I knew there was a whole dragon scene. And it was the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen still.
I think that might have been the hypest, like, moment that I've ever seen in media. That was just so... It was just unexpected. Like, it came out of nowhere, parentheses, affectionate.
Sex symbolism, dragon, we've all seen.
Yeah, the sex symbolism dragon.
Oh, God. And I thought I thought we may see, like, I thought we would just go directly into more things of the Holy Grail War. I'm glad we had time to decompress and re-examine how their relationship has changed since. And like that was extremely good build-up, and just comparing from the beginning to now how things have changed after the big climax that was the Berserker fight.
I think it's something that you and I were talking about way earlier in the series that hasn't really come up since, where we were just talking about how good the fucking pacing is.
Yeah.
In this fucking, like, thing. Like, you get super excited, the build-up is done fantastically, you get to the thing, and it's like, this is the moment. It happens, you get past it, and it's like, okay, fuck, we need to breathe for a sec.
Yeah. And it gives you the time to decompress, and even with the little, like, this entire day had the thread of Saber and Shirou's relationship and how it's changed from the beginning to the end, but you didn't realize that's where this day was going until halfway through with Rin.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good. It's just so good.
It's so much. Oh God.
It's a problem I've had since we started this. There's only so many ways I can just say, this was really good. I liked it a lot.
Oh, I also do like decompressing after the end of a reading session and like analyzing a bit what we've seen and what we're feeling. I like that.
It's like aftercare for being a nerd.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh God, I love them so much.
I really do like how we're like, yeah, all right, we should probably like end it here, and then we're just like, okay, cool. Now let's spend an hour talking about it.
But like, listen, when I went into this game, when I first was starting, the friends that recommended I read the visual novel, who sent me the links to get everything in order so that I could stream it properly, they were people that I had been, I had known for a long while, and I knew they were like big into Fate, even bigger than I was in many senses, because they knew a lot more about many things I didn't know, and I wanted to like get into it. But there was like this pervasive sense that they were like, there was like this one saying that I heard and saw everyone agreeing on: nobody is normal about Saber. And now I know.
You are not immune to Saber.
No one is immune to Saber.
It's because she's great. She's got something for everybody.
What's the point of getting into Fate if you're gonna hyperfixate? Have I mentioned what Nasu said about people working on Fate? So Nasu had an interview alongside the producer of Fate Samurai Remnant, and they were talking back and forth about their creative process, how the just approach to make the game in the first place like happened, how the game was going to be gameplay-wise and stuff. And one of the things Nasu mentioned was about the quality of the writing. Like, he was very satisfied with the quality of the writing, and I have to say I'm really enjoying the writing in Samurai Remnant so far, so I agree. But he said that it's usually kind of like difficult for him to give out permission for people to do things with Fate, because it's such a dense like fucking series that anyone actually directly working with the like material has to do so much back reading and know so many things, which translates to everyone working on Fate has a Fate hyperfixation.
Like, that's the best way to do it. That's like the goodest end for a series. Like, that's delightful.
Anyway,
for something this big to be loved and cherished by so many people, and then those people are the ones who get to expound upon it because they're the only ones who can.
Nasu is also someone who gives a lot of freedom with like what people are allowed to do once he's given the permission to do something, for better and for worse. Like the impression that everyone has gotten with Nasu is that he will, if there's something he doesn't like, he will say, "Are you sure about this?" But he will not say no. So if people take the criticism to heart, he will like moderate what they're doing. But if they hear him say, "Are you sure?" and they say yeah, he will allow it, basically.
That's kind of beautiful, though.
I think it's a good way to handle a franchise in the way that like the creative freedom allows for a lot of really cool things to happen. It also allows for really bad things to happen, but like we usually just do not talk about those bad things.
Like, it's the price you have to pay.
Yeah.
For a franchise this big with this much of it.
Yeah, that's what
There's just gonna be some garbage.
That's what I was thinking about, Eve. Let's not speak about that until like the end of Heaven's Fields, maybe. Right? Let's just not talk about Prisma, Ilia. Let's not. We do not. It's the one series that got an anime that is not on the timeline that was officially published.
Yikes.
And that's how bad.
And I like that fucking, like, all that build up for like, oh yeah, and he gets a ton of creative control and everything. And yeah, we don't talk about this one.
Yes, Adani. Yeah, that's exactly the one. And believe me, do not pry any deeper than that. That way lies hell. You do not want.
This way lies hell.
You do not want.
Oh boy.
So,
Needle pulling thread.
Nasu has always seemed like a really fucking cool dude. Like, all the impression I've gotten of Nasu from the ideas and philosophies expounded in the things that he has direct control over, and the interviews and how he like talks with people and bounces off of them, he seems like a chaotic fucking gremlin, but in the best of ways.
Yeah.
We do love the mushroom and his wild, wild ride. Chat. Oh god. But yeah, I definitely 100% told you about how the producer approached Nasu to make Samurai Remnant, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. The guy, like, without going into it, because I told you, the guy just actually was a FGO fan, and such a big fan of a specific character that he just wanted to make a game. He just happened to actually be, like, one of the big games in Koei Tecmo.
God bless.
So, like, he was like, I can't do this, and I'm just going to approach this guy with the fucking pitch for the game already, and I'm going to hyperfixation info dump at the maker of the thing I like.
And, like, clearly that method works, because I've been hearing nothing but good things.
It was the highest selling game the entire week in Japan that it came out.
I mean, I think that says all you need to know.
You love the few enemies that got reused from Neo? The lamp is one of them, right? I think the lamp is literally one of the enemies from Neo. Nasu was so jazzed they got the game. Yeah, he was like actually like actively like, oh, I love how this is coming out.
That's great.
Also, I love that the producer too, the guy in the interview was like, oh, one of my jobs to my primary job in this game is testing each of the finished builds, and I have like 200 fucking hours plus in the game, and they were like, did you like play from the beginning a lot? And he was like, technically we do have debug dev tools where I could just start anywhere, but he was like, but I start from the beginning because I want both to experience what a new player would from beginning to finish, and also it doesn't feel good not to grind for those levels to get to X parts. like he was just like, I could technically try it with the dev tools, but no, I actually want to get there.
That's fantastic.
Also, the one-eyed Oni is unaltered from Neo. Oh, interesting. I was thinking about that.
Oh, Neo.
A lot of plot points in Samurai Remnant uses an unpublished script of Fate Stay Night. Interesting. There's so much Neo DNA in Samurai Remnant. Yep. There's also interesting things when you listen about the development of Stay Night itself, like different ideas that were scrapped and everything. For example, one of my favorite things is that in FGO, the gacha game that happened when the series was already big enough to get a fucking gacha game, the main waifu of the game is Mash Kyrielite. Mashu is something interesting. She is the first ever shown on the entire series Demi-Servant, in which she is a human person who had a servant's spirit origin summoned into her. And so she can tap into the servant's power and actually fight as a servant.
That's fucked up.
And she is also the only known servant that is a shielder class. Okay, so all of that is scrapped from Fate Stay Night original draft. Originally, in Stay Night, I mean, there's her own heroic spirit is also a shielder, but you know what I mean. But in the OG draft, one of the first drafts for Stay Night, apparently there was going to be one of the victims from the fire in Fujuki was going to be reanimated with necromancy and summoned a shielder into them. And
fascinating.
And the concept of and even the original art is extremely similar to the actual version we got with Mash. So that concept was something that happened at the inception of the entire series, and it took only it took until Fate Grand Order for it to even happen at all. Okay, Alex. In exchange, she doesn't live to 19 years. That is not true. It is not the heroic spirit in her that's making her lifespan limited. It's other things, but I do not want to go into it yet. Because Anya here may eventually get into FGO unless she wants to hear.
Hello. Yeah, no spoilers, please.
Hmm.
And very silly.
But yeah, there's a lot of really cool things like that. I really like a few things like that. And I think, okay, so another thing I wanted to mention, now that you've seen also a lot of the changing relationship with SHIROU, I can actually mention that Takeuchi, the person that makes the art and the co-creator of Fate alongside Nasu.
You know, the guy.
Yeah. During an interview, he kind of talked about the relationship dynamic between SABER and SHIROU, and how there's a kind of there's a kind of BL vibe to them at certain points, in treating, say, in the treatment of gender stuff between SABER and SHIROU, minor but existent. And Nasu mentioned, canonically in the interview, basically calling Takeuchi out on, on calling him out, you, spotted this. And he basically, confirms the whole idea of the gender incongruity. That's also a dynamic in Kara no Kyokai. Yeah, that was a sort of dynamic that he intentionally involved in the story, but Nasu said that he wasn't 100%, he was definitely not 100% satisfied with how he had ended up writing the, gender vibes, basically, between SHIROU and SABER. And he mentioned that in, a more modern version, if he were to update it, like he's not going to, but if he were to update the vibe and relationship that they have, like he could like have some different treatment and be like more careful and like conscious of what he's doing with them in that sense.
Fascinating.
So like the coding is there explicitly, and I love that. Oh, I kinda really love that he explicitly says that, yeah, this is genuinely a thing that's here. He didn't exactly know how to handle it at the time, but it's still like good, and you can see the like seeds of what he is doing there, and I like it. Nasu has also made so many male wives. In the older translation, more, but SHIROU comes off as way more misogynistic in that. Mainly only in the Fate route, at least. Yeah, is what I heard too. Nice to hear that the new translation also smooths over a little bit of the extra bit of misogyny. He can be a hard sexist sometimes. It's his... Guys, you cannot call him sexist. It's his coping mechanism for his trauma.
I don't know about that one.
Iori might be the first one not a male wife. Oh, interesting reading? But I feel he has potential still. Oh. But I really love that kind of thing. Like, oh, there's just... and I mentioned this, Fate can be extremely anime at many points, and when I say extremely anime, I mean in the good sense, yes, but also the bad sense.
Hands on hips. Oh, Japan.
Oh, Japan, yeah, oh, Japan, in a lot of different things. But, Fate is genuinely one of the series I think I've seen with the biggest, like, genuinely... like gender fucky and queer cast that I've seen. Like, there's a lot of genuine there's a lot of actual like exploration of different facets of like sexuality and like gender identity, and it's not all hits. By God, it's not all hits, but there's a lot of hits, and I like that. I like there's a lot of genuine attempts at like generally exploring this kind of thing with with actual respect, and it's a part of the characters, and it's good. I like it. I actually sent you the newest thing from the Halloween event, didn't you? Didn't I?
The non-binary one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually so fucking base to open the Halloween event too.
It's spooky season.
Yeah, like she was like, autumn, like the hearts of men are as fickle as the autumn skies. By the way, that's a saying from like a long time ago in Japan, and nowadays a lot of people also say the same of the hearts of women. But also, Chaldea has a lot of servants who do not like even fit in the male-female binary, so we should just say people's hearts. What do you think? And it was like, like, you didn't have to be so explicit about it, but you were, and I like it.
And yet they did.
Anya's missing the event because there's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah. This is not spoilers, right? Because this is just like a Halloween event that's happening right now, right? So can I say it?
Sure.
So, and this is spoilers in chat for anyone currently doing the Halloween event. Every Halloween, or like, not every Halloween, but like, there was a tradition where a specific servant got the Halloween events, and they got different forms, and it just kept increasing in the chaos and stupidity of it. It was fun. Then there was a little dip, and it returned very recently. And it was basically the fourth iteration of this, like, servant going through wacky Halloween stories, haha, and this one is like fairy tale like oriented, and she's like the Cinderella of the story. And it was going like usual. It was just going like usual. We get to the castle, defeat the guy, get the holy grail that has made the whole singularity thing happen, and then we leave. We defeat the guy. And we don't find the holy grail. It was us this time. This time the holy grail was inside of Ritsuka herself, which actually explains a few little bits of magic that she apparently could do that were just waved off as just Halloween bullshit at various points. And she had been lured in intentionally to the castle so that the bad guy could actually get her hands on Ritsuka. And we just fucking got corrupted into a giant goat demon, spawn of Shab Niggurath. The main bad thing happening right now is us going on a fucking Eldritch rampage. And that is so fucking cool.
That's so interesting.
It's also extremely horny because the internet took the we have been corrupted into a giant goat demon. I am going to draw her with tits.
Fantastic.
It's full. Everyone loves goat Dako. Great servants by his ability. I don't know how I could do that. There's many kissable servants. There's many of them. And there's also different kinds of kisses. Listen, I would allow Kukulen to fucking shove his tongue down my throat, but I could smooch Saber's forehead. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. That's a good take, I think.
We also have a trans woman of all time, Jax de Molay. Yeah! Do you know about Jack de Molay? You know who that is, like historically speaking?
I don't think it.
That is the last Grand Master of the Knights Templars.
Oh, fucked up.
Yeah, so Jax de Molay is historically in Fate a guy, right? Mm-hmm. But when when Jax is summoned as a foreigner, she is a woman because her foreigner version is corrupted and twisted by the perception that the Knights Templars were like devil-worshipping assholes who did rituals, and that there is a connection between like Baphomet and Shab Niggurath, and as the Black Goat of the Woods, all mother with a thousand young, Shab Niggurath basically corrupted the entire Knights Templars iteration of this summoning into hot women.
Based.
So she literally is Eldritch corrupted, you know?
We call this content.
Part of the thing with that too is Jax and the other Knights Templars were accused of worshipping specifically Baphomet, the demon with tits and a dick. Very interesting, right? You're
okay. The hour has rolled around and I should start going.
God, yeah, we've been just fucking talking.
It's been an absolute delight, as always. Very excited to do this next week.
Yeah. Goodbye, Anya. I am going to walk. Bye-bye. And with that, I'm also going to be changing the sounds to the ending music, please. Tomorrow is Lesbian Robots, yeah. We've been talking for 40 minutes. We have. Is it Daybreak? Yeah, it's Daybreak. Music, ending, Daybreak. An Avenger Jax with a grudge against all those that judged them. I like that. But yeah, this is proof, right? This is proof, right, that if you just allow me to, I will be talking about fate forever. I will not stop. I will not stop. I will just info dump and analyze and theorize. Okay, so here's one thing I do want to say, right? Here's one thing I really do want to say here, right? I didn't mention this because I think this is correct. I think this is correct. So I didn't mention when it happened, but the mention of SHIROU saying that immediately after trying projection, Kiritsugu basically said, oh, do not bother with this, focus on reinforcement, and made SHIROU's entire training regime, like, he did that intentionally to stop SHIROU from pursuing Magecraft, didn't he? Like, I think that is an actual thing. Like, I don't know if it was the, like realizing proficiency with projection or something else, but there is definitely some things going on with, yeah. Yeah, Kiritsugu did not fucking want SHIROU to be a mage. We'll see specifically what happens. It's 3 AM, should you sleep or read more Lost Bell 6? Read more Lost Bell 6. Lost Bell 6 is so fucking good. It's so hard to talk about Fate because literally everything is spoilers. You muted for the Halloween event spoilers. It's okay, hon. Don't worry about it. Welcome back, Alex. There was something else I wanted to mention. Right, one good thing about Prisma is that we get to see casual Kiritsugu in the morning. Right! You know, and yeah, Anya left already. You know another thing about Prisma Ilia that fucks me up? Prisma Ilia has one of the best fucking SHIROUs in the entire Fate series. SHIROU in like, the SHIROU from the Miyu timeline is the fucking most badass SHIROU in the entire Fate series, and I've seen everyone who knows about him despair that he is from Prisma Ilia. Bazette is great in it too? Ooh, I don't know much about Bazette. You still don't agree? Fair. Fair. I've only seen superficially about that SHIROU, and he seemed cool. Like, there was like very cool things about him. But still. Oh, sweetie Jade. You think FSN is the best SHIROU? Oh, that's an extremely good take, actually. You know what? I love that. Bazette versus Lubia. I will check it out at some point, yeah. Also, Fate Stay Night spoilers for later on. Fate Stay Night's spoilers for later on, but what about that silhouette in the... in the memory that shows up now, hey? Occasionally. Hello, Grailcon. Hello, Grailkun. Hi. Things are starting to unravel a little bit there, huh? Can't wait to show off that Heaven Fields poster, yeah. I was not expecting to see the... I wasn't expecting to see a little Grailkun in the flashback at this point, in the Fate route. Sure love seeing it. I am. Can you hear that I'm fucking excited and out of my goddamn gourd right now? I'm just bouncing up and down on my chair and just rambling about Fate. So I think I'm just going to wind down. Unlimited Blade Works and Heaven Fields SHIROU is better in your opinion. I am so excited. Blank your mind sometimes. Heaven Fields is weird. No spoilers, because I don't know much about it, but I do know enough about it that I can also spoil. You also laughed when SHIROU threw the She-Knight to SABER for reasons? Oh. It's also got Lubia in it. Ooh. Oh, right. If Bazette is fighting Lubia could be in it. God, I'm just so excited to keep going. I have mentioned this before, but for anyone new, because I can see a bunch of you being new from the beginning when all of this started. I started Fate on FGO. I started Fate on FGO. FGO was my first Fate media. I went in. I didn't get any of the references that happened during the first singularities to the rest of the Fate franchise. I got really into it, started wiki diving, and I was like, oh wait, that's why Alexander and Weber were back in Rome? For the Singularity F is just a big fucking Fate Stay Night reference. God, it took me like a year to start getting that stuff. All three are the best Shirou's. They are the Shirou. They are the OG, and that is like I know you mean even without accounting for that. You got introduced through Karanoki Okai. That is an entry point and a half. Holy shit. Oh, I've heard very, very good things about Karanoki Okai. I've been always very interested in Karanoki Okai. But I have been even more interested in Karanoki Okai since I heard that Ryogi Shiki is both gender fucky and also plural. So I kinda... Your favorite Nasuper's work, huh? You had a friend who was hyperfixated on it and refused to interact with Fate or Tsukihime. Interesting. Very interesting. That's an interesting take. Oh, you started with Teen Stay Night. No. Oh, the CGI dragon. Anyway, I'm gonna... What did I think about it? Luvia's first introduction in the Nasubers, as far as you know? Felt like you were supposed to know her already. Interesting. Oh. I haven't... Listen, my only introduction to Luvia as a character is what I see from Astrea in Fate Grand Order. The one animated scene where she's just fucking fighting against Rin, that I don't even know where or how it happens. And... right, and her infinite task-assisted combo in the Fate fighting game, where she just fucking downs SABER and starts slapping the shit out of her. Oh, El Meloy case files, I really want to. I've seen a few things here and there. I know Olga appears, right? Young Olga, like 13-year-old Olga. Or is she older already? To be as a main character there. Also, I read the first chapter. I read the first volume of Strange Fake recently, and I need to keep going with that. But the first volume gave me some incredible insight into Weber. He's such a fucking nerd. Do you think it's the same? Huh? Where did she appear that she's younger? I know there is a different work where she is younger. Olga in Case Files is young, huh? Yeah, I think in Case Files she's a teenager. In FGO she's like 24. She looks exactly the same. I thought she was way smaller, actually. Maybe I'm thinking of a different work then. Wait. Interesting. She looks exactly the same, but she's younger. Let me check. Wait. I can check. Olga Marie Animosphere. Why? Oh, if I write Olga Maria Nemosphere, the two first results are X-Mail Reader and AO3. Incredible, actually. Incredible. Okay, She's 22 to 23 in Fate Grand Order, but she's like 12 in El Malor case files? Let me check. From Volume 4, case Mystic Eyes Collection Train Upper, Chapter 2, Part 1. Interesting. I know we're at the 3-hour mark. So she's like a decade younger. Reason why Lubia can use Gem Magecraft is because she's technically Rin's. Interesting. You will put us side by side in a stream chat. Also, my god, I hate the Type Moon wiki with the Fate Samurai Remnant spoilers on the side. May I just say it, I just got spoiled on the true name of one of the servants. It was just a confirmation of what I thought already, but I just got spoiled. I'm sorry. Fandom sites suck like that. It was like one of the, like, in the side you have the most visited pages recently, so of course the most visited pages are going to be spoilers. The wiki is so bad at that. Ryder. Like, I already knew who Ryder was, but still. Day 1, they changed all the names to be the true names. Oh, come on. At least give, like, a little bit of leeway. Like, I already knew who Ryder was. Like, I knew. But, like, now I know. Anyway, for real, I'm just gonna be going here. Thank you all so much for hearing me rant for an hour. I'm going to be going now, and bye-bye.